Hi guys, what's going on? Back again with a new video. I received a comment on my last video from Mobeen Haidar. Hey bro, could you maybe make a video on how to take NoFap day by day and how to get back on a streak after a relapse, because I'm coming off 55 day streak relapse. Well, I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but I'm going to tell you how I do it. So me, when I relapse, everything seems to go pear-shaped and I end up coming off of semen retention NoFap for a good month or 2 or 3. Yeah, so I tend to just self-destruct my semen retention NoFap streak, and it ends up going on for months. Because initially you relapse, and we all know that when you PMO, orgasm, whatever you want to say, is rewarding, and you get that buzz, and you feel like you've got a lot of reserves built up over the months. So that one relapse, you feel like it doesn't really hurt you as much. And then you, in your mind, you're like, right, I've already relapsed, so the streak's gone, let me relapse again. And then it sort of, for me, it sort of builds on from there. Like, it will happen once, then it will happen twice, and it will happen 3 times. And then I'll be like, right, I need to get back on track now. And then you may go a day or 2, and then you find that you relapse again. Because initially, for me, I feel like the benefits are so good that at first, the relapse don't really affect me in any way. And I feel like it's only down the line, when I'm hitting like a month, 2 months, 3 months, and slowly my body comes out of shape, I don't feel as good as I was, my personality diminishes, the charisma goes, you become chubby, lazy, and it takes a good few months for that to kick in. And it's at that point where I'm like, I need to get back on the streak. But then it becomes a matter of sticking to the streak, because now your mindset has gone back to that PMO mindset, and it's difficult to like stick to the streak. You know, you have 2 days here, you'll have a 3 day, you'll have a week. Like, that's me, like mini streaks here and there, 3 days, 4 days, I'll get to a week, and then I would relapse, and then it just goes on like that. But then it gets to a point where I battle for a week, and then I'm adamant, like there's something that just motivates me. Like, I look back on my previous videos or look at NoFap semen retention videos and get inspired and remember why I'm doing it. But the first few days, I can understand how difficult it is, because you're pretty much a PMO addict at this point. And it's the same way with addictions, like drugs or whatever it may be. It's difficult to break the cycle. You know, you're just chilling there, and the first thing on your mind is do this, do that. And these days, social media, Instagram and all this, there's a lot of triggers about. I mean, you could go outside, see a hot chick, and that will trigger you. And because you're in a moment of weakness when you're in when you've had a relapse and it's all gone pear-shaped. But me, currently on day 9, you know, it's not been a solid NoFap 9 days, but semen retention 9 days. And I know if I want it to be a NoFap sort of streak, I know in time that it will be. I mean, there will be days where you mess about and stuff like that, but it depends what you're trying to go for, really. I mean, it is human nature to, you know, want to have sex or whatever, but you just got to take it a day at a time and remember why you're doing the streak. You know, sometimes you just on autopilot, you're like, right, you go on porn or whatever you do, and it just happens. Like, in your mind, it's sort of okay to do that, but you've got to have self-discipline and remember what you want to get out of NoFap. Especially if you've had a streak, you know what the benefits are, you know how it like helps you out, and that motivates you to get back on the streak. So you've got to remember that. You know, I know it's hard to like sort of put yourself away from that rush you get from PMOing and stuff, but deep down, what's more important to you? Is it more important to you to bust that nut and just be back at square one, or what you're fighting for on semen retention? You know, for me, I'm at a point now where I need to get back on the streak. You know, I want to get back on the streak. I want to get my my body back in shape. I want to get my energy levels, motivation, personality, and all of that stuff back to where it needs to be. And there's another way of doing that than sacrificing that unnecessary lifestyle that's PMO. You know, it's not. I know it's sort of like giving you that buzz and it's satisfying you and stuff, but at the same time, it's not really aiding you in any way. You know, I mean, if you want a better body, if you want to do better in life, if you want to find, I don't know, a girlfriend, a wife, PMO is not going to help you get that. You know, it's not really going to give you. You're just going to be like everyone else. You know, you're just going to be an ordinary Joe, regular Joe. If you're happy with that, fair enough. But deep down, if you want to be different, if you want to be stronger, if you want to be the best version of yourself, you need to be disciplined. You need to remember why you're doing it and stick to it. Day at a time. I mean, you get to a week, it becomes easier. Obviously, if you've got experience. If you've not got experience, I know it's going to be like a new battleground for you. But, you know, day at a time. Fill your time up with other stuff. Like, be active, be busy. Like, sooner or later, you're not going to have that desire to PMO. You know, that's me talking from experience. You're not going to have that urge to every time go online and look at naked chicks and PMO and masturbate and orgasm and all of this. Like, it gets to a point where you just look at that and think like, I don't want to do that. Like, I want to keep this within me. Like, you realise the power that it gives you. But you just got to wait for your mindset to switch back into that mode. And that takes a good few weeks. Like, a couple of weeks, maybe a month, I don't know. I'm on day 9 now. This is the longest streak I've had in probably a month or so. I don't know, I don't count, but I know I've had like week-long streaks, maybe 8-9 days. But as soon as I get to 2 weeks, that is the longest streak I've had in months. So from that point, it'll be full to relapse. You just have to keep going now and build it back up. A good point for me, I think, on a streak is maybe 2 months. Once I get past month 1, month 2, then I'm in a happy place. You know, I'm not trying to get into no leaderboards or smash 100 days or stuff like that. I mean, I've done 100 odd days, but it's not really a competition for me. But once I get into 2-month mark, I feel like, yeah, things are pretty much normal now. Like, I don't really see much change. I didn't really see much change. Yeah, I feel like I get to a certain point where I didn't really see much change, like, happening. I don't know if a longer streak would do that. But I just sort of got to a stage where I was getting a bit more like tense and, you know, pent up energy and stuff like that. But we see how it goes. You know, my main goal is to reach a month and then hopefully push for that 2nd month and then see where we go from there. And I hope that helps with your question. Any more questions, leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer them for you guys. So I'll leave it at that. This is a 9-minute video. It'll take a while to upload, but I'll see you in the next one. Peace.